Chapter 3, Section 5, we're going to go over operations with matrices. So operations are just adding, subtracting, multiplication, division. Operations with matrices. So several algebraic operations can be performed on data that are organized in matrices. Matrices can be added or subtracted if and only if they have the same dimensions. So in order to add or subtract a matrix, it has to have the same dimensions, meaning it has to have the same amount of rows in both of them, and it has to have the same amount of columns in both of them. And then to add or subtract, if it tells us we're adding, we take the corresponding parts of each of them and add them together. So we would just add A and E together because those are both in the upper left corner. We add B and F together, we add C and G together, and we add D and H together. And then it gives us a brand new matrix. So this brings us to our first example. So find each of the following for A, B, and C. So part A just says we are adding matrix A and matrix B. So in matrix A, we have 16, -9, 2, and 8, and we're adding that to B, which is -4, -3, -1, and -7. So to add them, first thing we got to check is that they're the same size. So we have 2 by 2 and 2 by 2, so we're good. We can go ahead and add. Now we have to add the corresponding parts together. So we're going to add the upper left-hand corner with the upper left-hand corner. So what is 16 plus -4?
-12.
Positive 12.
Oh, sorry.
Next we add the upper right-hand corner with the upper right-hand corner. So what is 2 plus -1? 1.
1.
So we put that in the upper right-hand corner. Next we add the lower left with the lower left. So what's -9 plus -3? -12. And then we add the lower right corner with the lower right. So what is 8 plus -7?
1.
1. So this whole matrix here, this whole box, is our answer. So we just add the corresponding parts together. And it makes a new matrix that's the same exact size. All right, let's go to the next page. All right, here we are subtracting B minus C. So matrix B is -4, -3, -1, and -7. And then minus 8 and 6. Can we subtract these? No. Why?
No.
Why? They're not the same size. So we cannot subtract. Because they are not the same size. Any questions on this one? All right, let's go to the next. So now we're doing B minus A. So B is -4, -3, -1, -7. We're subtracting that. with A, so 16, negative 9, 2, and 8. Can we subtract these?
Yes.
Yep, because they're the same size. So what do we subtract first? What's going to go in our upper left-hand corner up here?
The negative 4 and the 16.
So negative 4 minus 16, what would that give us?
Negative 20.
Negative 20, perfect. What would go in the upper right-hand corner over here?
Negative 1 minus negative 2.
Awesome.
Or 2.
Negative 1 minus 2, which is what?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. And then what about in the lower left-hand corner?
Negative 3 and negative 9, which would be 6.
Perfect. So we have negative 3 minus a negative 9. What happens when you have a negative minus a negative?
Positive.
This becomes a positive. So we have 3 plus 9, which is 6. And then what's going to go in the lower right-hand corner over here?
Negative 15.
Perfect. Negative 7 minus 8, which is negative 15. Any questions?
The same. We're just combining them. Right?
Yep. Yeah, we're just subtracting. So we do whatever operation it tells us to in the middle. And then we just have to do it with the corresponding part. So we take the upper left-hand corner, the upper left-hand corner, subtract them. That's our new upper left-hand corner. So we just work from like one piece at a time. So one corner at a time, I guess, for this one, because it's 4. So it's just like 4 little subtraction problems in one. Right.
So like, are we just combining it? Like if it's
So what is going to go in our upper left-hand corner up here?
Negative 13.
Awesome. Negative 9 minus plus a negative 4 would be negative 13. All right, I'm going to go starting with the top row just to the right. So next in the middle on the top, what goes here?
5.
Awesome. 8 plus a negative 3 is 5. Next, what goes in the upper right-hand corner?
9.
9. What goes in the lower left-hand corner?
Negative 11.
Perfect. Negative 2 plus negative 9 would be negative 11. What goes in the bottom middle?
Negative 1.
Perfect. 4 plus negative 5 is negative 1. And then lastly, we have the lower right-hand corner. Perfect. Negative 7 plus 18 would be, is it positive or negative? Positive 11. So this is our answer. So we're adding. If it helps, just write each part on the side. So we see negative 7 plus 18. So if you can't see it just from looking here and here, write them all out to help you. Any questions on this one? All right. What do we do for the last one?
nothing,
Why?
not the same size.
Right, not the same size, so we cannot subtract. I think in the book it calls this undefined.
Are we only gonna have numbers, or we're gonna have letters like they did in the first example, like the first one?
So the first example was like, the first example was just showing you like, you just add this one with this one, so we would only have numbers. We wouldn't have letters. But if it was a letter, like let's say this one was A instead of 8, and we are adding it to one over here that's the same size, and this was B, in our new thing, we would have A plus B, because we can't add A and B if they're letters. So for now, we'll just have numbers. So you won't even have to worry about this.
Okay.